for a platform that you'd use. And that's what the AISIM platform adds to. Now let's look at the other side of it, which is the CGuard platform or the cloud-centric platform. This one has the exactly same thing that we talked about before. That is all included. Plus there is a cloud-centric pieces that are added there. So what are the cloud-centric pieces? If cloud is a primary asset, you want to start with this. Okay, if you primarily use only SaaS-based third-party products and the cloud, you want to start with this. Okay, you would also see, there's a spelling here, the cloud and container security is included as a part of these things out of the box, right on the get-go. If you're looking for CSPM or the cloud security posture management, this is a platform to begin with. So those are the things that you want to focus on. If you have this type of activities going on in your environment, start with the CGuard. And we would suggest that if you start with this, you will find instant benefit of deploying this. What does this mean? This means that from the benefit perspective, it's very cost effective. You do not need to have any hardware investment going. That means that you start it and very instantly, almost within next 5 minutes or so, things are deployed. You'll start to see things that is being ingested from your cloud devices and so on. And you'll start to be able to show value to your customers immediately. Operational efficiency is going to be huge because now you don't have to manage your hardware. You don't have to figure out how to ingest things. You don't have to install anything. It just starts right away. And as a result of that, the management of this is extremely simple. Okay. Now think about it. You are trying to scale your business. You want to onboard 20 customers. Imagine that you are doing them all in a matter of hours, not even days. This is the type of scalability that you're going to get out of CGuard, and that's where your business is going to grow tremendously and quickly. That's the benefit of this platform. Now, if you look in the next thing that we are going to talk about is what we refer to as an advanced platform. Okay, what does advanced platform mean? This is the one that Sunny was talking about earlier, that with this platform, you would get not only what you have in the AISIM and AI CGuard, but you'll also see EDR, EPP. Not just that, most XDR platform that you will hear in the marketplace, they talk about EDR, EPP, and maybe some firewall and things like that. Not true with us. You would get EDR, EPP, you'll get DLP, you will get FIM, you will get the privacy-related information protection. All of that is part of a single platform, and which is what we refer to as an advanced platform. So I would suggest that if you're starting a new customer, pick one of the two, the CGuard or the AISIM that I talked about earlier, but add this as a minimum thing to get your customer to get the best comprehensive cybersecurity that they can get. Okay. We call it the PMAX because it provides you the maximum protection. That's what we are referring to. And if you look at any other XDR products out in the marketplace, you will find that the protection you're going to get here is not only the fastest, but it is the best and the most comprehensive. The other thing that you're going to see is that instead of using other products where you're going to do loose integration with the other platform that you might use, this is going to provide very tight integration. Very tight integration basically results into round trip response time, and the detection time is going to be extremely minimal, and that time is money from the security perspective. So that tight integration is a required attribute to any security solution that you put together. Whether you use a product or not, I'm telling you that without that, you are going to be very slow in response time, no matter what the metrics people talk about. And because of that slowness, the damage that you're going to have in your environment is going to be huge. So look for anything that is tightly integrated, and that's what we are putting together here. In terms of the performance, you need to make sure the performance is instantaneous. And you have to have the cross-platform visibility. No matter where you are, whether you're in cloud, whether you are in Linux, whether you are in Windows, whether you are using the SaaS products, any and all of that, you need to be able to see it together. Whether you are doing the IT, whether you are doing OT, you need to make sure that everything is coming together on a single platform with complete visibility and instant responses. That's what you're going to get. Cost effectiveness. What does the cost effectiveness here mean? As we talked about the asset-based pricing, making sure that the number of false positives are reduced and all that stuff, it's suddenly going to be there. But the cost effectiveness is more in terms of how quickly I'm containing my threat so that my damage is going to be minimal, so that my business is going to be minimally affected. In the last innovation event that we had, I talked about some of the real case studies where companies literally lost their business viability. Customers had the lot of loss in terms of the market value or capitalization. You want to prevent all those things. Your business should become sustainable and viable. And that's what you're going to get as a part of cost effectiveness. And obviously, with this, you're going to get the centrally managed entire platform. And that's really, really important because that simplicity is the best thing that you can ever have in the security side. Business value for the existing platform owners who have only the AI SIEM or CGuard, they will get the maximum protection at a much lower price point, which is really important. And they'll get all these other aspects that I was talking about that you don't get otherwise. You'd find that the approach that we have is a multi-layered with the end-to-end security posture. So you're not going to worry about, oh, certain things are only at my host level and yet it's not being seen. Or my data leak, I do not know how to check it because it's happening at the host level. Somebody's putting the device and taking the data out through that device. I don't have visibility into that. All of that is going to be covered in the security posture. And in addition to that, if our partners have the base platform, they can upsell this particular platform of PMax to their existing customers. And for our end customers who are on the event today, they can look into adding to their current tool set or the platform this PMax. So that's the benefit of this. So if you look at this, this becomes the advanced platform. Next thing that we are going to go through are all these additional uh, modules that we have. Those are all add-on modules for variety of specific purposes that you would go through. So security BI 360. Now, you've probably seen many of the analytics platform that people add on top of their SIM platform and so on. The primary goal for that is to give you the analytics capability like creating reports and dashboards. What we are doing here, in addition to all of those things, because our theme is always going to be providing the comprehensive module, is that the compliance framework is part of this BI 360. This is really, really important aspect for you. Okay, that means that you will get built-in compliances such as CMMC, PCI DSS. Those are global compliance frameworks that you need, but some country specific. RBI for APAC, India specifically, some are for Middle East and so on type of thing. So you would find a lot of those things which are country specific that you'd get as a part of this. And you get the framework that you can leverage to add your own framework, your own compliances that you do not get as a part of built-in compliances. So this is the important aspect that you get. So when we refer to BI 360, it includes 360-degree facility for your framework, existing analytics, as well as all types of built-in compliances. Okay. Furthermore, if you look at it beyond compliances, you might want to also know about your posture. So that posture is also included in this BI 360. So you'll get security audits, you'll get operational insights. Okay, all of those things are really, really important. And you can use this to build out the co-branding. And I am really insisting on co-branding because we are team. Our partners and Seqyon are team, and doing this co-branding helps us, and together we'll succeed and make a big name in the industry, in almost any market. Strengths for this particular module is that there are many, many reusable security and operational based KPIs that you'll get as a part of the built-in platform. And you can add those things and reuse them across your customer base. That is a really important aspect. You don't build it once and then you build it again for the second customer. Build it once, reuse it everywhere. That's the idea behind this. This also eliminates the new and updated compliances that you might need to have. You don't need to wait for that. You can update that yourself almost instantaneously. And that's why you need this BI 360. You can reduce the risk and validate your compliances in near real time. And that is a really, really important aspect, because the continuous compliance is what you really, really need, and not the snapshot based compliance that you do once a month type of thing. And all that compliance that you get should be based on the real time data, not based on, hey, I'm doing it today and it's looking at whatever data that I've stored away during the last session when I stored it away. It may be a week old, it may be a month old, it may be 2 days old. You don't want to think about it. You want to make sure it's always in real time. If I generate the report now, I should see the data that is available as of now, not historical data only. So that continuous compliance is extremely, extremely important to mitigate the risk and ensure that I'm staying up to the snuff on my compliances. Business value to your existing advanced platform owners is obviously you get the better GRC control, better governance, better risk management framework, and for partners to obviously upsell and the customers to buy this additional product. Okay. Next, we are going to go through is the Security Score 360. Now, this is another type of thing that many of you talk about, that hey, I know that there are plenty of security scorecard type of a product that's out there. Okay. Why is this different? First of all, we certainly would do that, what you are trying to talk about, which is a security scorecard, but we are not limiting ourselves to only the external assessment of things. We are also including the internal assessment of it. We are also including the scanner that you would use, so that you are going to be able to detect the vulnerabilities that is out there. Plus, you're going to have the actionable insights into how do I fix this? What do I need to patch? What application needs to be updated to ensure that this vulnerability is addressed? All of that is part of a single module. Okay, this is an important aspect, because without that, you will be only looking at assessment, but everything else that you need to do it manually or with a separate set of tools. That is not the case here. It is all part of this single platform and the single module that includes all of those things. And that's what I mean by the strength of this as a well-rounded module, where you don't have to buy separate scanners and separate scoring solutions and all that stuff. It is all single platform. The assessment that you're going to get is quantifiable. It's going to be comprehensive, and it's going to be both internal, external security, dark web scan, whatever you need, it's all that. Okay, that's part of this. Okay, and everything that we are going to provide as an outcome, it's going to be not only actionable, but it's going to be very easy to understand, and that's what we want you to do. Okay, your posture should be explainable, and you should not be scratching your head to understand what does this mean. It's all very clear with appropriate description of it and appropriate actionable insights into that. Okay. So business value is that now you can get the fully integrated posture management suite. That's what the Score 360 is. The best integrated posture management suite is what you can translate Score 360 into. The BAS 360. These are the new modules that we are coming up with, and you are going to see that as we go through the events over the 3 days that we have this event going. BAS stands for Breach and Attack Simulation module, and it certainly includes the simulation engine, no question about it. It has a pre-built MITRE ATT&CK metrics-based all kinds of red team activities. Okay, and it is going to be fully integrated platform, and that is the beauty that you're going to get. So now we are not only doing the defensive side of things, we are also going to be going out and talking about the offensive side of things. These are some of the things that we are going to do as a part of the innovation. Okay, so what does this mean? We are not just going to say that hey, these are the places where we are finding things, but you're going to be able to assess the risk, marry that risk with the other security scorecard that we talked about before, okay, and provide you a single pane where you can see where the risk factors are. Your GRC is going to be the industry's best. When you combine the best 360 along with the previous models that we talked about. Strength of this is that the pen testing that you do is going to be automated. You don't have to hire a next separate vendor. You don't have to do it as a separate activity. It is all going to be managed from the same place, and all of the data that is coming in are going to be visible to the your SOC team in a single pane of glass. And this is a really, really huge benefit. And this is where the platform approach is going to shine for all of you. Okay, so that's the goal behind this. Okay, and any gaps that you might have from the security perspective are going to be identified on a proactive basis. And this is very, very important that the your hygiene, your proactive approach to solving your security challenges in a game theory problem is what gets you ahead of the attackers all the time. And all that is happening in a real time basis. And that's the important aspect of it. And business value is, I think, is more or less similar to all of those things. You are now going to have the fully integrated pen testing suite, and obviously partners can sell this as an add-on module to grow their business, and customers can improve their security by purchasing this module. The OT 360, many times the security is talked about from the IT perspective, but I wanted to make sure that the OT is also part of the platform. And you would see some of the highlights of what we do in this event as well, because I know that many partners have inquired about that. So we are going to have an emphasis on that in this quarterly event as well. What does it include? It includes support for industrial control systems, SCADA, IoT environments of all kinds. Okay, and not only from the security perspective, but from the posture perspective, the asset discovery perspective. We all recognize that the protocols that are managed in the OT world are very, very different from the standard IT world protocols. We are going to be able to deal with them as well, and we want to make sure that the all of that are being addressed. Uh, the strength of this is that now you're going to have, if you're managing an IT for somebody, you can expand your market share to the OT side now, and you're going to see that the IT and OT is converging. And because of that, the full integration that you're going to get with a single pane of glass, you are going to see lots and lots of efficiency. And your team is going to be able to do a lot more advanced things that people were not able to do before. And that efficiency increase is going to really put you on the next playing field level. And that is what you really need to be able to protect against the advanced security attacks that are going on. Remember that the many of the attacks are now leveraging OT to get into the other part of your infrastructure. Uh, Business value is obviously you're going to get the fully integrated platform, but you can expand the market share. You can upsell to the same customer base and so on from the partner perspective. From the customer perspective, they are going to get a lot more better and comprehensive security. This is another module that we are working on, and you're going to see a glimpse of that in this session, but it's coming up down the line. It's called the AI SAT 360. SAT stands for Security Awareness Training. And this is where we are now trying to take in not only just the IT resources and the infrastructure into account, but even the personal into account. We need to make sure that the everybody is well trained, and the training that is going to occur is also very, very targeted, meaning that the tool set that you are using should become an integral part of your training. And that's what the SAT 360 is going to incorporate. And this is going to allow not only your SOC training to be a lot more advanced beyond just the technology side of things, but even the non-SOC personnel are also going to be trained and they'll have better visibility into what is going on in SOC. And all that together is going to really improve the maturity level of you as an organization from the security perspective. You heard SM Sam or the Sunny talk about the maturity level, and he kind of talked about the level 6 and so on type of thing. there are level of maturity that haven't even been seen by the industry yet, and we are trying to forge a path for you guys to be there before even industry starts to think about it and get there. And that's what the SAT 360 is going to bring to the table for you. Okay, and your GRC profile is going to be very, very advanced from that perspective. So the platform integration is going to be an integral part of it. Your risk from